What's up, guys? I moved into a new place today, and we're going to be hitting some bets. So we're going to be taking a look at PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, all the main sports books I use. So let's just make sure this is pulled up properly. Looks like it's working well. No, it's a Friday night, but figured we could get in some bets before the weekend. There's actually some pretty good value right now. You know, what's cool about the sports betting market is the market never closes, right? There's always sports going on. You know, the stock market closes at 4 p.m. Sports betting, we can do this stuff all day long. So PrizePicks, as a recap, we have some big sweats. If you follow me on Twitter, if you don't know what you're doing, but we got Mac Jones under 1.5 passing TDs. We got a UFC bet. We have the same thing here. We got Bobby Miller tonight. And then we also have, this is the biggest play, of all. I'm going to win 20 grand if Tyreek Hill doesn't score a touchdown. That's 10K right there. Then we got 5K right here. And then we got another 5 right here. So a lot of people will be like, Tyreek Hill, why would you take his under? So what we can do is I'll kind of show you why. So we can pull up NFL odds on OddsJam. It's completely free to browse NFL odds. Any game you want to look at, data is the key to sports betting. It's amazing to me that people still bet with their gut. It's 2023, y'all. You got to be betting with data, right? So if you look at Tyreek, he's a big underdog, right, to score a touchdown. Fliff has him plus 130. He's an underdog to score a touchdown. You're not smarter than the sports books. These books have invested millions of dollars in their ability to set lines. Every single sports book has Tyreek Hill, honestly, as a pretty big underdog to score a touchdown. A lot of these books, they only have one-way markets. But if we go over to Tyreek right here, so nope, that's not what I want to look at. I want to look at player touchdowns. Like, you'll see the sports books posting two-way markets, like Fliff. They have him. He's almost a 2-to-1 favorite to go under. Where are you? So if you're not on Tyreek Hill yet, if you didn't tail my plays, I don't know what you're doing, but this is a good play. And I get it. Tyreek Hill is good at sports. But that can't be your logic if you want to make money sports betting. A.J. Brown is pretty good at football also. Guess what? He didn't score a touchdown. And now we just need Tyreek Hill. And no, I'm not hedging for a 20K win. Same thing here. Look at this. 1, 2, 4 out of our last 5 on Underdog. Absolute beauty. Justin Jefferson, under half of a TD. Granted, pretty close sweats. But again, the way that PrizePicks works, right, is they don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. So I try to keep these educational. I know some people already know this, but literally any 2 picks you put on PrizePicks together, you're always getting a 3x payout. So it doesn't matter if you take over or under, you're always getting the same 3x payout. So if every sports book is telling you, hey, Tyreek Hill is a lot more likely to go under as opposed to over, you want to take his under on PrizePicks. On PrizePicks, they're not changing your payout based on you selecting over versus under. So why on earth would you pair Hill over? It doesn't make any sense. It would be the stupidest bet of all time. You can literally get Tyreek Hill plus 130 on Fliff, right? And this is one bet. All you need is Tyreek to score. On PrizePicks, if you take Tyreek Hill's over, you need 2 picks to get a 3x payout, which is plus 200 odds. A lot of people think 3x payout is plus 300. You're not betting 20 to win 60 in profit. You're betting 20 to win 40 in profit. That's plus 200 odds. So long story short, Tyreek Hill under, that's the play. But anyways, let's get into some more bets. For today, we got a lot of PrizePicks value. So we'll start out on the positive EV tool of OddsJam. And I've explained this before, but there are hundreds of sports books out there. I don't know where you're located. Every state has different sports books. All the positive EV tool does is scan the market, point out value. So this play looks freaking ridiculous if you have access to FanDuel. The A's tomorrow, you can get a minus 1.5. Obviously, the A's suck, but look at this. Plus 300 on FanDuel. All the other books kind of around plus 220-ish, plus 230-ish. Really clear value on FanDuel, right? Most people lose money sports betting. If you get 20% better odds, you go from being a losing sports bettor to a winning sports bettor. I don't know why people a lot of people are like investors. What do? They look for value in the market. I don't know why people think sports betting is so much more complicated than like investing in the stock market. It's not. Find value. But what's different in sports betting is the market is super fragmented and all these books have different odds from one another. They all set their lines independently. Anyways, let's go to PrizePicks, baby. Let's hit some PrizePicks. So we'll go to PrizePicks. So again, like PrizePicks strategy is pretty simple. I'll share this kind of spreadsheet. I've broken down the payouts behind PrizePicks, how many picks are optimal. So you're going to see 5 pick entries are optimal. What's up, guys? We got 141 people in here. Any idea why Drew Aller? Anyways, let me take a look at these. Flip Friday, 6 pick. Flip Friday, what is Flip Friday? But anyways, let's go back here. So this kind of breaks down like why you want to be going with, are you on a basketball court? Nah, I'm in my apartment if you can't see. But anyways, I wish I were on a basketball court. But anyways, let's hit some PrizePicks. So on PrizePicks, if you go through the math behind their payouts, you're going to see you got to win 54.25% of your picks to be profitable. So why is the positive EV tool recommending Christian Kirk over 3.5 receptions? It's pretty simple, right? Like all OddsJam is doing is scanning all this data and pointing out value. So if you look at Christian Kirk, where is this bad boy? And if you wanted to, I already hit my max on Tyreek Hill. Oh shoot, they dropped a ton more pass plus rush plus receiving yard TDs. Let's take a look at Bijan Robinson. I feel like the under is going to be a play. So what we can do is we can take a look. Here, so let's just go here. We can go to the Falcons game. And again, find value in the market. It's not that complicated. Like if you're betting at minus 115, AJ Dillon to score a touchdown, when there's other sports books, Bovada in this case, offering you plus 130 or PointsBet minus 115, like you're getting screwed. You're getting literally 50% worse odds. It's like being a day trader if you have to buy every stock for 50% more. You're probably not going to make that much money. But anyways, Bijan, oh my God, this play is electric. Look at Bijan Robinson. He is a huge underdog to score a touchdown. See, the thing is, though, most sportsbooks only have one-way markets for these TD scores. So you won't see them on the positive EV tool because there's no odds on the under, right? Like Caesars here, they're giving you odds on Bijan to score a touchdown. He's a huge underdog, plus 135, but they're not giving you odds on his under. They don't let you bet on a player to not score a touchdown. But anyways, Bijan Robinson is a huge underdog to score a touchdown. So we're going to be all over Bijan. He's not going to have beginner's luck this week. So let's hit the under. That's the first pick we can go with. And then again here, right? Like it's pretty simple. You go through the math behind PrizePicks. If you can win these prop bets, right? Like Christian Kirk over under 3.5 receptions. If you can win these above 54, like it literally, PrizePicks has fixed payouts. It all boils down to what percentage of your prop bets can you win. If you can win your prop bets 56% of the time, like if you can win like Christian Kirk over under 3.5 receptions, if you can win those, right? If you can win these prop bets, if you can win these prop bets, 56% of the time, your ROI, so you're winning 56, losing 44, is going to be 11.9%. That's all it boils down to. It doesn't matter what sport you're betting on. This is literally the math behind PrizePicks payouts. So if you look here, you're going to see every frickin' sports book has Christian Kirk's over heavily, heavily favored. All these billion-dollar companies with really sophisticated models, right? Better data feeds than you. A lot of people, I get emails. I created my own model to outsmart the sportsbooks. It's like, bro, Caesar Sportsbook is a $10 billion company. Your little crappy model is not outsmarting Caesar Sportsbook. And another thing people say that's really dumb is, but the sports books aren't smart. I'm smarter than them. But what you have to remember is these books move around lines. Like you can see here, you can pull up a little line movement chart. Like the odds aren't static. Here's Pinnacle's odds on Christian Kirk over under 3.5 receptions is books move around lines, right? If all the action's coming in on the over, they move lines towards the over, right? Like this is a market, right? That's line movement in sports betting. All these books are moving around odds due to where action's coming in. So if everyone, if all the sports bettors have inside information that Christian Kirk is going to go over, everyone will bet his over. Lines will move in the direction of his over. But long story short, you can see his over is heavily favored. So it's like, that's a play we want to be on. So that's the second pick we got. And then we got, shit, they moved it. Damn. So anyways, we're going to have to move quicker on these next plays. We got a PrizePicks rat watching. So we're going to take Sutton over. We got Bijan under. We'll have to check out some. Damn, I'm pissed that moved. So we got Ingram. It's okay because we have Ingram under 4.5 receptions. That's a beauty. So let's go here. And we'll take Ingram under 4.5 receptions. Again, on PrizePicks, because they have fixed payouts, you want to be careful. Be careful taking players from the same game. So for example, even though OddsJam is recommending this bet on McLaurin, over 3.5 receptions, I don't want to include it in a slip with Courtland Sutton, right? Because again, right, why don't I want to do that? Because if the Broncos have the ball a lot, right, if the Broncos are on the field a lot, Sutton is more likely to have more receptions, but Terry is more likely to have less receptions. These plays are negatively correlated, right? If the Broncos have possession longer, Courtland Sutton's more likely to go over. McLaurin's more likely to go under. So we don't want to put them together in the same slip. Jake Ferguson over 2.5 receptions. Let's go, Jake. Let's go, Jake. So we got an NFL only slip, it looks like. So we'll take his over. And now we have 4 picks. And again, just like you want to make sure you're not taking picks in the same game. James Cook over 15.5 receiving yards. This is in Raiders Bills. Whatever. Let's rock it. And we got our first slip. How much should we hit it for? Let's hit it big. This play on Bijan is incredible. If you don't understand why this play on Bijan is good, if you're fading me, you don't understand sports betting. Like, you should just stop gambling. All the sports books have him as a heavy underdog. On PrizePicks, you got to win 54.25% of your picks to be profitable. Literally, Fliff doesn't even have him minus 200. They have him minus 205. Minus 200 means a 2-to-1 betting favorite. 66.67% to win. If a sportsbook's giving you minus 200, 2-to-1 favorite, 2/3 to win. If you could win your PrizePicks props 66% of the time, your ROI is over 100% for these 5 flex entries. Damn, so we got our first entry in, and then we can be like, wait, so did I lock it in? Wait, shit. What did they just move? So they just moved a play on us. Hopefully some of you got it down. I assume people are betting this, so these assholes are moving everything quickly. So we have Ingram under. So whatever. I'm going to change to Terry over 3.5. And this will be our first one. Damn, they moved that too. This is beat. Anyways, they're moving things pretty quickly. So unsurprisingly, I assume a lot of people are front running me, betting it ahead of me. But what we can do, and we got some beauties on Underdog. Can't complain. Been a good week. Anyways, Tyreek Hill, no touchdown. But anyways, we got 4 plays. We need one more on PrizePicks. So usually there are some good ones in this pass plus rush TD. So we could look at Kelsey. So like we can just go here. And again, these are one-way markets in general. So, I mean, I assume Kelsey's not going to be good enough. So you can see Kelsey is actually favored to score a touchdown. You can see like most books have him like minus 150 to score a touchdown. So you'd rather bet his over on PrizePicks. So if you want to take Kelsey's over, it actually looks like the best line you can get would be on PrizePicks. But not enough value for me to bet. I really want to hammer this Bijan play though. So I think I've already looked at a lot of these. Diggs screwed me last weekend. which also, Josh Allen, that was close. I mean, we would have won $12K. We had a 6-pick flex play. We had another 5-pick flex play. Everything was down to Diggs. That was close. Josh Allen's foot over the line. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm biased. But regardless, well, let's take a look at Diggs. Maybe we have to fade him again. I mean, Josh Allen looked absolutely horrible as well. He is absolutely overrated. So let's go here and let's go to, where's the Bills game? Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders. So let's take a look at Diggs. So Diggs is a heavy favorite, or Diggs is an underdog. Fliff has him minus 170. And again, like books, a lot of times they juice these one-way markets because they're not showing you odds on an under, right? Like if DraftKings had the under at minus 170 and they were running minus 120, minus 170 juice, everyone would be like, wow, DraftKings is a ripoff. But because they're only showing you one side of the market, it's not as clear. So this play on Diggs seems good, but maybe we can find something a little better as long as they don't move any of these other picks on us. So let's go back here. Anything else aside from Diggs? Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Devontae Adams may be a good one. Oh my God. Oh my God. This play's incredible. He is literally minus 235 on flip. This play's absolutely incredible. I have no idea. I love this. So we have the Buffalo running back over 15.5 receiving yards. This makes sense. Honestly, maybe a little bit of positive correlation. So, oh my God, I'm in love with this slip. I love it. I love it. Bijan, Robinson are the best plays. $500 to win $5K. That's the first slip. Damn, we are going to rip some entries on this live stream. Although I do need to check where my DoorDash is. Where are you? How far is my DoorDash? He's on his way. But anyways, we got some time. So let's go back here. So now it's like, okay, you may be like, oh, why'd you bet $500 on PrizePicks? You'll see that's, oh shit, they let me bet more? 520? Will they let me bet another 500? No. Duplicate entries cannot exceed maximum amount. What's the maximum amount? Damn, so they took another 250. So we now have 250 plus 20. We now have 770 on this play. Again, a lot of people look at me like, oh, you're a degenerate. It's like, bro, no, I'm not. I just know what I'm doing, and I know how to find an edge in sports betting markets. So that's the first play we're on. So what we can do is we can try to switch it up a little bit, try to find some plays to hedge with. And again, like, it seems like there's some freaking great value. So let's look at Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is also an underdog to score. Plus 120, plus 120. Flip has a minus 150. Again, like, PrizePicks, most of their customers are, you know, not the smartest tools in the shed. So most people are betting overs. So most of the value you'll probably see on PrizePicks is going to be on unders, especially for these player TDs. Like Devontae Adams, it would honestly be the worst bet in the world to bet him. Let's just go to Devontae. Literally on PrizePicks, if you're putting two picks together in an entry, you're getting plus 200 odds. You're betting 20 to win 40 in profit, 20 to win 60. On flip, for just one leg, you're getting plus 155, right? So literally the worst bet of all time, maybe Devontae Adams to score a touchdown on PrizePicks. Damn, I'm sure some of these are on Underdog as well. But anyways, what we can do is we can head over here. We can look at the fantasy optimizer, just kind of like a different view. I mean, you know, for finding some good bets, if we want to, on PrizePicks. So we can take a look here. And again, I'll include a promo code in to get 2 weeks free of OddsJam, so you can check that out. But let's take a look here. Evan Ingram, under 4.5 receptions. I'm a fan. But what else do we have? Sanders, over 339.5 passing yards. Should we do that? I mean, I have his under from earlier, actually, to cash out this play, but it looks like the line moved, and lines are moving towards his over. So what you could do is, this strategy is called middle betting, and OddsJam has a betting tool for middles. It's literally called the middles tool. So one thing you could do, just an option. So let's just go here to the sportsbook screen. Where's my DoorDash? So let's go here and let's take a look. So let's go to college football. And then let's look at total passing yards. And we want to look at the most overhyped player of all time, Sanders. So you can see here, like, PrizePicks has his line at 339.5. FanDuel has his line at 363.5. So you could middle this. You could take his over on PrizePicks, his under on FanDuel. You're going to win both bets if he has 340 to 363 passing yards. That's called a middle bet. I mean, the way I kind of like to think about it is it's like, you know, and again, this fantasy optimizer is just pointing out discrepancies, value in the market. But long story short, like, I kind of think about middle betting. It's like you're buying a stock at 339.5 on E-Trade. You're flipping it. You're selling it at the higher price, 363.5. And then you have this like weird sweat on where if Sanders has 340 to 363 passing yards, you win both bets, right? So like clearly FanDuel's line is a little too high relative to the average across the market. PrizePicks a little too low. But honestly, it looks like the side is FanDuel, right? It looks like FanDuel's the one whose line is way too high. They probably have all their degenerates hammering his over. Like literally, worst bet of all time, part 2, would be on FanDuel taking his over. That would literally be an absolutely awful bet. It may be the worst bet of all time. So what we can do is we can go back here. So you could middle bet this, long story short, and like you have to remember a player's distribution, and this isn't meant to sound like super mathy, super complicated, but like middle betting this over 339.5, under 363.5, like that is a big part of the distribution because his most likely outcome is throwing like 325 to 375 passing yards. And what I mean by that is like we know Sanders isn't going to throw for 0 passing yards. We know he's not going to throw for 1,000. So like where his line is centered around, those yards are more impactful. You know, you can kind of think of like a normal distribution. Let's hit some bets though. So we can take a look back here. What else do we like? Vernon Adams, CFL, over 284.5. DraftKings has his line all the way at 299.5. FanDuel, 290.5. I can mess with it. So let's go back here. And what do we want to do? So I'm going to remove this play on James Cook. That seemed like the worst one. And then we'll go to the CFL. And let's absolutely rip Adams. And we want to take his over. So we got Adams under, and then we got Adams over. This play on Bijan is incredible. How much is PrizePicks going to let me bet? $750? Maximum winnings amount to $5,000, but you just let me bet $770 in multiple slips. So let's just hit it for $500. Whatever. So we'll hit it for $500. And there's our second pick. I love this play on Bijan. I love this play on Devontae Adams. I'm absolutely going to max bet it until PrizePicks stops me because it's good. So we hit some plays on PrizePicks. Anyways, my DoorDash is here, so I need to get my food quick, but I'm going to start a live stream right after this. If you want to hit some more plays, hit this. By the way, even better, you really like these picks. I really like these picks. Throw in my boy Tyreek Hill. Join the sweat. $20,000 on the line if Tyreek Hill does not score a touchdown. Just following the data. Always what I'm doing. All these bets, right? Like Justin Jefferson. So many people, Justin Jefferson taking his under. It's like, oh my God, the under is very clearly a really good play, a really sharp bet to be on. Not degenerate betting. This is sports betting with an edge, finding plays with value in the market. But anyways, let me get my DoorDash. I'll be back in a bit.